Hello. I was like, wait, is it on? Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video and be like, guess what? It's been a month since I had my second spinal fusion surgery of my life, but my third back surgery, technically, if you count the little microdiscectomy that I got in 2015 in the fall. And it's been really good. Like the post surgical follow up appointment video that I made, everything's going well. Some things I wanted to cover that I thought were great as far as like a before and then an after kind of thing is I can now, post surgery, I couldn't shower by myself and stuff like that. I have like one of those shower chairs in the shower right now, um, which actually is portable, so that's nice in case, I still kind of am prone to slipping or something. But anyway, I'm able to shower again on my own, which is great because it was totally awkward because you need assistance. And it wasn't that I couldn't like do all the things, it was like I needed help getting in and out. And then sometimes I needed help with my wound care and just having somebody in there on the other side of the shower curtain to be like, is she okay? Because when you're on a lot of medicine when you get home from surgery and when you are tired and you're just trying to like do basic things that normally would be very easy, which actually for me they hadn't been for years, you need help, and it's just a safety thing. I apologized to my mom and my dad. I'm like, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. They're like, no, it's okay. Like, they're like, that's part of what you do. And my mom actually, before her scoliosis diagnosis when she was a teenager occurred, she actually wanted to be an RN. She wanted to be a nurse. But she couldn't do that because her spine wouldn't allow her to be a nurse. So I was kind of joking with her. I'm like, hey, like, I know that this isn't exactly how you wanted to exercise all those nursing skills that you learned when you were younger, but you're getting to now with your daughter. Again, sorry. So that's good. I can shower again on my own. I don't need help with that. I'm off my medicine, like the stuff that they gave me from the hospital. I'm on like some Tylenol as needed right now, and then I'm back completely on my multivitamins that I normally take, and it's been long enough now since I had the other stuff in my system that I feel like it's safe to slowly start to reintroduce things like essential oils that I normally use. Because I don't believe in messing around with any of that stuff because it can really hurt you. So anybody who's like, oh no, it's fine, I can just mix it. No, you cannot. No, you do not, because you're risking a lot of interactions with chemicals. Don't do that to yourself. It can hurt you and or kill you. Don't do it. So yeah, it's been long enough that I can do essential oils. Like I have Rose Absolute with oil in it that I just diluted with water, like good water. And have an amber bottle that I use as a spray, and I put it on my chest a lot of the time. It helps me kind of chill. And then on days where I'm having more trouble breathing because I'm an asthmatic, if albuterol isn't doing the trick, or if I'm like, I don't really want to have to use albuterol today because I just don't want to, I'm going to see if this works first. I'll use peppermint oil. That's because I'm a very mild asthmatic. I'm not like the folks who will turn blue. People who turn blue, or just anybody in general, take your meds. But yeah, so getting to get back in the groove using those has been great. I obviously am not as drugged anymore. I think of my other videos, I was more like, hey, I'm really tired, and also, But yeah, now I'm awake more. What were some of the other things? There were definitely other things. Oh yeah, these are pretty big things. I've been able to stand on both feet and both legs with my weight evenly distributed for the first time in I don't even know how many years. Because remember, my spine was always like left uncorrected at the bottom, right, since I was 12. So it kind of just did this. And if you do this, then guess what happens to the hips that are attached to it? They start to do funny things. So it makes it harder for you to stand up, not only straight, but it makes it harder for you to have even weight distribution for your legs, because that's just not how your spine is, right? It's all connected. It's that, like that song we were taught when we were younger about all the bones being connected to one another. Anyway, so that's been fantastic. I can actually walk and breathe and lay down and generally exist and not feel like I need to scream and or pass out from constant pain at my lumbar disc L5 S1 nerve root that goes down. Speaking of that nerve root, I can actually feel my legs again, which for a while it was splotchy. On my right side, it was getting splotchier. On my left side, it was just kind of like, and then on really bad pain days, there would be times where it kind of felt like I was maybe walking on air from my torso down. Yeah, so really important things have been restored, at least for now. I'm praying it's like the rest of my life, please. This was expensive enough, all the things I've had to do, and I'm grateful for and privileged to be able to do, but man, has it been really tight. Expensive. Yeah, and also the feeling is not just back on my legs. I was having issues with parts of my body in general. And it's like yesterday I put on my jeans, and you know, like those little metal grommets, the tiny ones that are where your pockets are on your side, right? I actually kind of like did this because I put on my jeans and it was been cold here in Vegas sometimes, and I could actually feel the metal being cold on the side here near my hip, and I was like, oh my gosh, like actual feeling? What is this? What is this sorcery? I don't understand. So that's been great too. It's just been like wow, the difference has been extreme in a lot of ways. And I wrote some other notes. I'm kind of like, where? Oh yeah, no, that's a big one. I was nauseous for like a few years, where I thought first, you know, it kind of existed. It existed before, now that I think about it. I started when I was taking birth control for a while. It started before then. And then I was taking birth control, it got worse, where it felt like I was going to vomit like all the time, and I just, it was gross. And I was only on like 10 micrograms of like loloestrin-Fe, and it was just kind of like, hey, you're really sensitive to hormones, said my doc, and you should never go on anything higher. But anyway, and I went off of that over a year ago because when I moved to Nevada, my new insurance didn't cover it, and there wasn't a generic version available yet. I think there is now. But that sucked. But it ended up being good because I was feeling kind of on it. So, and I don't really need a reason to be on it. I'm a grad student. I don't have time for that crap. And also, yeah, just anyway. And also I was taking it for some hormone regulation stuff, like some of us have to, for biological reasons, because you're biologically sexed as female, and you're just kind of like, that's great, but my hormones are not where they should be as a person that's supposed to be female, which they're not. My doc was like, you know, maybe you're really kind of aggressive, because looking at my stuff being like, oh, you don't have enough estrogen. You're biologically female, but you don't produce enough estrogen. You have more testosterone. And I'm like, you don't say. So a lot of sense has been made. So I was on loloestrin-Fe for that reason too. But it's good that I wasn't on it, because if I had been, I would have had to go off of it for back surgery a while ahead of time, right? It would have taken longer for me to get the surgery. In this case, I was just like, stop taking the supplements, the vitamins I normally take, and that was it, and then not take the albuterol either, which was kind of tricky because cold and asthma aggravates windpipes. Anyway, but yeah, that was interesting to realize that the nausea was not just caused by what I thought it was, which is the birth control, because when I thought back longer when this pain's been going on, I realized it had been because I was in pain. So when I was sitting there and I'd be visiting with people, or I would start to like squirm and stuff, it was because I literally felt that sick to my stomach from being in pain. I was that nauseated. And after surgery, when they have you on the pain pump thing at first, when you come right out of surgery, it's like the day after you wake up, that's the only time I vomited, and I haven't vomited since or felt any nausea really, which has been so awesome. It used to be that I used to like lay there at night or during the day sometimes when it would just randomly attack me and just be like, you're going to be in so much pain and you're also going to feel like you're going to bleh. And excuse me, I mean, like, normally I didn't, but it was just not a good feeling. Even if you don't vomit, it's a really shitty feeling to be like, I feel like I'm going to all the time because I'm in that much pain. So, in retrospect, I realized that's what it is, and I probably didn't want to realize it because it would have just been another, you know, in a long list of things that would have indicated that I needed surgery sooner, and I was trying really, really hard to not need surgery, which I don't recommend. If you can find a way to make it work and you have a doctor that has good reviews, get it done for yourself somehow, friend, please. Yeah, I'm in a privileged position because I have people that are willing to let me crash somewhere and I don't have to work. My parents. But it's also because my parents, I think, feel bad because it's a genetic thing and I'm in my 20s. And, who cares? It's a number. I'm 29. I just turned 29. And my parents are upset that I'm still having to deal with it. And not only that, but I'm needed around here anyway because both of my parents also have health issues. So we all kind of help each other out around the house and or otherwise, you know, anything else that we need to do, like errands or just stuff. I mean, I'm upset that I haven't been able to work as much because I like being able to work because I like bringing in money to help people, because you should. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think, let me look at my notes again. Oh yeah, I can bend at the waist. I can go on the treadmill and use light weights, which I've been doing. Eventually I can go on the recumbent cycle. I know my dad's been looking into trying to find a way to get me to an indoor pool so I can swim during the winter months. And at this point, all I really have to do is wear my bathing suit, and if the lifeguard sees, like, the huge long scar from when I was 12, and then this kind of triple layered scar with the fresh scar on the bottom once I'm cleared for swimming. Not before then, because that's, can you say deadly skin-eating diseases? Anyway, after I'm cleared for that, I'll be in the pool, but my dad's trying to make sure that, like, hey, talk to the lifeguard, kind of like I did it when I was at college, right? Talk to the lifeguard, let the people at the pool know that you have this, and that if you need your own lane and you can't share a lane because you legit just can't, because you're just trying to get to where you're moving at your own pace and finding your new normal again, that you do that and be assertive about it. Like, polite, but assertive, you know, like, hey, not messing around here. I need to be able to do this. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully we can find a way to squeeze that out of our budget. If not, I'm totally cool using the gym that I already have access to here at the complex. So, yeah, I'll probably have to go back again, like I've said before, to the back brace doctor here that I actually really like him. I like him a lot. When I was being fitted for the brace that I would need pre and post surgery, it was this, he came in with this bluish brace and he saw that I was wearing all black and he was like having me try it on. It was this awkward fit, you know, and he took my measurements again and he was like, I'll be right back. And he came back and he had this, instead it was the black version of the brace instead of the blue one. And he put it on me and it fit much better anyway. And he was like, yeah, I brought you this one back because it matches your outfit better. It looks so much better. And I was like, oh, because he could tell I was nervous. So he's trying to make me smile. So yeah, I like this brace doctor. I will have to probably go back and be like, when I can afford it, hey, I need that thin fabric brace with little shoulder straps that'll make me be more like this, that goes under clothing, thank goodness, not over, and it's supposed to be very thin. So hopefully it will be, because I hate wearing a clunky thing. It really messes with your body image. I don't think people really talk enough or do enough studies about that with people who've had braces, but especially like big ones, for long periods of time. It's pretty fascinating, as it is upsetting. So yeah, again, I'm grateful to have health insurance to be able to go see him, but I do still have like an almost it's actually in between 7 and 8 grand out-of-pocket thing I have to reach. So when I go see him, before I see him, I'll probably call their office and be like, that brace that he was talking about getting me in the doctor's notes, is that covered by my insurance? Just to be sure, because I don't want to get hit out of left field, or excuse me, right field, when I'm going to get that taken care of. Because I'll still be having to, God willing, doing payment plans for the hospital bill from this last surgery. So, yeah. But there's still some rules, like I still, for life, no twisting. I can't lift certain kinds of objects or heavy objects. I can't really jump a lot because it puts too much stress on the discs, and it could risk like a herniation, which sounds ridiculous, but it can happen. And then I need to use a brace as needed. So the big one that I had for the surgery should be gone in like a few weeks, but it doesn't mean that like if I'm having a really bad day, I should probably put it on for a little while. You just can't rely on it because it'll make your muscles atrophy, right? And that's even true with the thin one they're going to give me, right? That's really more like an as-needed thing. But it's important because, again, with the deformity part, it can always go back and decide to do the weirdness and curve and make you kind of like this and stuff. So, yeah, that's the good news. There's a lot of good news. Again, it's been a month, and yeah, I'm thinking about making the terrible decision to start a YouTube channel. And if I do, I'm just going to go ahead and put whatever the hell I want on there, because quite frankly, I don't care. I just want to put something up there. And if it ends up being a total bust, then I'll just delete the damn thing. Yeah. So, I love all of you. Again, like, originally, if I end up posting this to YouTube channel, I don't know. Originally, this was posted so my friends that I've known IRL, and then some that I have online that are on my friends list from long ago, so I've known them a long time, like DeviantArt days, long time, that thank you for, like, again, the continued good thoughts, even if you don't believe in God or any of that other stuff, thank you. And well wishes, thank you. If you've been praying for me, regardless of what kind of spiritual sect, group, branch, denomination, religious, it's just thank you. Like, I appreciate it, because I really do feel like that does have an impact on your recovery. And that's my personal opinion. That's personal. Does not have to be yours, and that's okay. But again, thank you. It means so much. And I'm going to post this, and then I'm going to go ahead and try my first review video, which I'm terrified of, but I'm going to do it. So, love all you. Take care.